Minimalism is all about living with less. This includes less financial burdens such as debt and unnecessary expenses, but it is really as easy as just getting rid of your stuff we discuss. Minimalism is a word that carries a lot of weight these days. Ironic considering it refers to a lifestyle that is all about living with less. Documentaries, podcasts, and books have been made and written all about minimalism and how it can change your life for the better living your debt free and with extra time to work on personal relationships. For many, minimalism, the psychology is about getting rid of excess stuff and living life based on experiences rather than worldly possessions. You can probably see how having less stuff can also free up you financially. Although it may just seem like a millennial fad to most, minimalism, when practiced for the right reason, can benefit your life significantly.
What are the benefits of being a minimalism? The following benefits of minimalism come from blogs dedicated to educating people about minimalism. These blogs include The Minimalist, Becoming Minimalist, and Miss Minimalist. They all say that becoming a minimalist can help you be free from financial worry. Get rid of clutter that doesn't add value to your life. Spend more on experiences rather than stuff. Be happier and less stressed. Go green. Develop better relationships. And so much more. Now let's talk more in depth about why or if you should become a minimalist and how to go about doing so. I'll also talk about some very real problems with the minimalist philosophy. Let's be honest, you don't need all your stuff, go get rid of some of it. Almost everyone owns something or a bunch of things they don't really need. While minimalism takes getting rid of stuff to an extreme, if you pick a couple of major items to sell, you could make a little extra cash. The minimalist Joshua Fields Milburn and Ryan Nicodemus has helped minimalism grow via their documentary, podcast, and recently their nationwide tour. They incorporate a rule in their teachings, the 90 upon 90 rule, that makes a look at a possession. Pick something, anything. Have you used that item in the last 90 days? If you, then it's okay to let go. You would think it would be easy to get rid of something you hadn't used in the last 90 days, but this is harder than it seems. Sitting in my apartment, I can see a handful of things I could easily live without, namely my large book collection, but it's hard to imagine giving those things up. At the same time, when it comes time to move, I'm certain I'll wish I could fill up my car with my belongings instead of renting or moving. If you are more willing than most and can part with most of your possession, chances are you could probably rake in extra cash by selling them. You probably don't need a huge apartment house either. If you have less stuff, you can get by on living in a smaller place, which can be a huge cost saving factor. Studio apartments are cheaper than one or two bedroom apartments, and if you are really into the idea of living as a minimalist but don't want to rent the tiny house, smaller place also cost less in utilities. Heating a large apartment is the winter can run you an extra $100 or more a month. The same goes for air conditioning in the summer. It's easier to budget if you have fewer expenses. One of the reasons budgeting is so difficult these days is because we have so many extra bills that other generation didn't really have to think about.
Internet and all those streaming apps like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, etc. didn't exist. Just think about how much you could save if you didn't pay for internet, paid less for your phone, didn't have to buy a car and pay car insurance, etc. That of course assumes you could continue with your daily life without those things, which may of use of us could, no matter how difficult it may seem. If you think minimalism is just about getting rid of your stuff, that's not entirely true. There are minimalist budget systems that rely on the less is more theory. Here are some key components of this kind of budget. Just use just one credit card, preferably one that offers reward if they are credit worthy enough. If you pay your bills this way, you'll earn rewards and not have to worry about which card links up with which bill. Have a single checking amount and a saving account just for an emergency fund. It make it easy to transfer money between the two if need be. You also won't have to deal with pesky fees, and you'll lessen the potential for hackers if you have just one account. But be sure to use a very strong password. In addition, you will be able to track your expense much more easily. The problems with minimalism if you live on a low income. Minimalism has been hailed as a rich, white, single person lifestyle. They are the one with the privilege of owning less. After all, if their car breaks down, they don't need a spare one for part. They can just go buy a new one, and they don't have the task of entertaining kids with a variety of toys and in today's day technology. Here are a few reasons why it's harder to be a minimalist if you aren't well off. Buying food in bulk does not always cut down on the food bill. It's easy to get wrapped up into the idea that buying in bulk saves money, but unless you are buying for a big family, that isn't always the case. It isn't just the food you don't eat that goes to waste. Spices have a limited shelf life, which means they'll start to lose their potency after a while. If you buy a container of cumin for one recipe, then only use it every few months, you will probably find yourself throwing it away before it's empty. But spices, typically with a minimalistic lifestyle, you buy only the item you need and your food is consumed rather than tossed out. Meal delivery as a solution to food waste. In recent years, meal delivery has been a viable answer to food waste. You choose from a selection of meal options, then receive your item in a book with temperature controlled packaging to keep everything fresh until you can refrigerate it all. Each meal is portionated for the number of people who will be eating, with only the ingredients necessary for that evening's meal.